Welcome to this summer video of the 1 hour live stream I did doing a speed paint of a Draco Frigate from Legends of Caladagia. I'm Jason, the creator of the Caladagia universe. And like I said, this is a summary video of a much longer live stream that I did. You can find that full video here on this YouTube channel, or you can watch my live streams every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time over at twitch.tv/Rocker Robotics. So let's get started. So in front of me here is a 2016 Surakari Draco from the Legends of Caladagia miniature line, and it's base coated in a primer spray Chaos Black from Games Workshop's Citadel paint line. Now the bottom of Surakari warships kind of has this weird green camouflage thing going to it. So I am starting here with Warpstone Glow, also from Citadel's paint line, and I'm just taking a brush and quickly slapping that on the bottom of the warship here. And then what I do is I'm mixing in some linen white from Reaper's Miniatures Master Series of paints. This is just an off-color white to get a little bit brighter green, and then I'm applying that in a little bit smaller quantities across the bottom. And then I'm taking a dry brush, not to do actual dry brushing, but I'm just going to using that to spread around the paint a little bit and blend in the different shades of the green paint. Now, one modification I did to this miniature is I used some green stuff in the back here to create the appearance of an engine flare or an engine burn. The engines are basically, going full thrust. And how I painted that up is, once again, I used the Warpstone Glow, that's from Citadel's paint line, to give it a solid medium green color to it. And then I used the linen white, just like I did for the hull on the bottom of the Surakari Frigate. I took some linen white and created several shades of green, working inwards toward the center of that engine thrust, such that the center of the thrust was a bright green, almost white color, and the edges were more of the Warpstone Glow. Now, all of the armor panels of the Draco are done using Stormhost Silver, a layer paint from Citadel's paint line. I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention to the separation between the armor panels, but I am being careful not to get the Stormhost Silver on any of the areas that is not supposed to actually be silver. I just go ahead, fill in the armor panels, top and bottom of the frigate, and just get that nice quick base coating of paint down to give that silver look of the Surakari fleet. Now, Surakari warships tend to have a bit of a greenish tint to their silver armor, so it's not a pure bright silver color. And the way I accomplish that is by using the Beal Tan Green shade from Citadel's paint line. But this is very important here, you don't use this too much. When you're applying this green shade on any sort of silver color, it's very easy to apply a whole bunch and you get a really ugly bright green thing going on. So what I like to do is just take some of the shade out of the bottle and actually spread it around on my wet palette to thin it down even more, and just apply it in very, very small amounts. And I applied that all over the silver on the top of the warship, and that gives it just a little bit of a green hint to its silver armor. Next up, I'm going to work with the non-oil gloss shade in the Citadel's paint line. And this is why I'm working back a little bit ago when I was painting the silver armor. I wasn't too worried about getting the paint in the crevices between the armors, because the first thing you're going to do is take a very fine brush, and I'm taking that shade and I'm putting it pretty heavily in the crevices between each of the armor panels, and this restores that very dark, deep look that you get between the armor panels and help add some depth and bring out some of the texture on this miniature and make it easier for your eye to visualize that texture. Then you can apply this shade in very small quantities all over the hull to give some nice variations in colors. And any of the raised portions, say for example along the center of the hull, there's a lot of raised armor panels. You put a little bit of this shade along the base of those armor panels, and that also once again helps bring out that elevation, the texture, makes it stand out a little bit. Plus, just putting a little bit here and there does add the illusion that there's a little bit of grime, a little bit of dirtiness, maybe some battle damage that's being applied to the warship. Now we're moving on to the guns of the Surakari Draco. This is a very simple process and more or less mimics what we've done before already with this miniature. Using the Warpstone Glow, you want to paint the barrels of the guns a solid green. Now this is not only little guns in the turret, but also you can see there I've got the barrels of the medium plasma pulse beams that run along the side of the hull painted, and of course on the bottom there's 3 plasma cannons. You want to paint those barrels green as well. Now mixing in a little bit of linen white to give it a little bit of brighter green color once again. I'm going to apply just a streak of the brighter green color down the barrel of each of the guns, including the medium plasma pulse beams, and that kind of gives a little bit of a highlight to each of the guns. And I can do that one more time with an even brighter amount of green, but once again a smaller, thinner line. Finally, we get the iconic red eyes of the Surakari. And in this case, I am using Evil Sun Scarlet from Citadel's paint line. and I initially just draw the red eye shape using a artificial layer extra small brush, or any other kind of really detailed brush is very important at this step. You start with a little bit of a larger shape at the base of the eye, and you kind of spread it out almost like flames towards the backs, away from where, of course, the eyeballs or the irises are going to be on the eye. Then, using some linen white, you want to mix that in with the Evil Sun Scarlet to get almost a little bit reddish, brighter red, almost pinkish color. Paint a little bit of that in the center of the eyes, and once again add a little bit more linen white to get an even brighter color, and just kind of dab that in the very center of the eyes, and it gives the illusion that there's some very bright, burning eyes staring at you, which is definitely, like I said, one of the iconic features of the Surakari warships. And that is about it for painting up a Surakari Draco. This was only a 1-hour process for me. I did the whole thing on the live stream. And you can find more information about the Kaladesia universe, as well as Legends of Kaladesia, Heroes of the Iragul, over at kaladesia.com/live. And of course, you can pick up this miniature, as well as the rest of the tabletop miniatures from Legends of Kaladesia on that website as well. Once again, I'm Jason. Thanks for watching, and to catch more live streams, go ahead and follow me over at twitch.tv/RockerRobotics.
For 6 months, we have faced invasion. For 6 months, planet after planet has fallen to the Surakari. But here, at Albion, we will make a stand. Here, at Albion, it will be our finest hour, and the name of Kylon will be immortalized in history.